The Chemin de fer de la Baie de Somme is located in the Hauts-de-France province of northern France, some 70 miles south of Calais. It can be reached by train from either Calais or Paris Gare du Nord. Railway headquarters is at Saint-Valery-sur-Mer. Most passengers join the trains here. The line continues east to Noyelles-sur-Mer, the junction with the SNCF main line. From Noyelles, a branch line heads northwest to Le Crotoy. There's a small engine shed here. Another long branch heads due west from St. Valery. Trains only run over the branch on weekends in the summertime. This is the SNCF station at Noyelles-sur-Mer. Access to the narrow gauge line is directly out of the station. Here, two 6-car Regiolis hybrid units leave Noyelles for Calais, and usually the diesel motors are mounted on the roofs of the carriages. Our first view of the meter gauge train is of number 2, a 260 tank built by Cale in 1889. It's bringing a train from Le Crotoy into Noyelles. This locomotive first worked on the Panama Canal Railway and then in Puerto Rico. It's been working on the Baie de Somme line since 2013. While we were watching number 2, another train, hauled by number 15, another 260 tank, built by Haynes St. Pierre in 1920, arrives with a train from St. Valery-sur-Mer. This locomotive was restored in 1998. There's a well-rehearsed procedure at Noyelles. The locomotive from each train is quickly turned on the turntable, runs around both trains and then couples onto the other train from which it had previously brought in to Noyelles. So each locomotive usually works on the same section of the route for most of the day. The view from the train as it crosses both the River Somme and the canal on the outskirts of St. Valery. At St. Valery, the process of turning the locomotive again takes place, but then the locomotive heads off a kilometre or so to the depot to wait for its next turn of duty. On this occasion, however, the locomotive couldn't go straight back to the shed, as there was an extra train running from St. Valery town station to Noyelles. The train was hauled by number 3714, an 062 tank built in 1909 and restored in 1980. This is St. Valery Canal Station, the location of the main depot and workshop for the railway. In the background we can glimpse a red carriage. This is one of about 10 carriages bought second-hand from the Swiss railway Ratisbahn. They have been overhauled and repainted, both as high-quality coaches, while 3 have been converted to a dining train. There is also a former Swiss Railways lightweight diesel shunter. Number 15 backs down onto its train at St Valery Port. By mid-afternoon the weather had become very wet and there was still the branch line from Noyelles to Le Crotoy to complete. Here, number 2 arrives at Noyelles with a train from Le Crotoy, while number 15, which has arrived earlier from St Valery, begins the ritual of the runaround. The train for Le Crotoy branch is on the left and it's hardly moving in an attempt to allow the train on the right for St Valery to catch up and make a double departure. Notice the mixed gauge track, which is a feature of the branch line to St Valery. This is the engine shed at Le Crotoy. Number 15 will take water here before running round its train and heading back to Noyelles. Back at Noyelles for the third and last time on this day, the runaround and changeover of trains begins. In torrential rain I was able to capture an almost perfect parallel departure.